Hello.
Eric?
Yes, I am. Nice to meet you.
I'm Zach. I'm one of the PAs here in the nursery. This is Emily. One of our... Oh, sorry. No, it isn't. Sorry. Our scribes here in the nursery, they kind of record for us a little bit. What's going on?
I was starting to kind of lose my hearing, and my eyesight was kind of, actually still to today, I feel kind of like a drunk feeling, but I was getting prescribed like anxiety pills and all kinds of, and I just stopped taking them.
Who prescribes them?
This guy, Andrew, at the Impact Center, because I thought I had anxiety and whatnot because of all the death threats that I received. And
Andrew works where?
La Frontera, Impact, I don't know, La Frontera. It's off of Madison and University.
In Mesa?
In Tempe.
Okay.
Traffic jam.
And
About.
do you have a history of troubles with anxiety?
Yeah, but I now know it was misdiagnosed. I now know it was a misdiagnosis. I think it was just stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But well, pretty much, I started feeling worse and worse, kind of having trouble with my sleep. I was having chest pains, and eventually, I told my mom, I even went to the hospital by ASU, and I told them I had a rash, and they're like, oh, it's just ringworm, just put ringworm ointment on it, it'll go away. And I was like, what about this hole? This isn't normal.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, yeah, it's part of the ringworm. Obviously, ringworm doesn't make any holes.
When was that?
This was, I don't know, about a month or two ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually that rash, I've had it since past August.
Okay.
Now...
Like almost a year ago, August?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, also including with the hole, came at the same time. Now, about a month ago, I decided, my mom had some penicillin pills that she had from Mexico, that she was prescribed for her tonsils. And I took that, and within a few hours, I started feeling better. I started losing the drunk feeling, and then I started feeling a bruise, like pain on my neck. And so I kept taking it, and so as the days went by, I started feeling the bruise pain growing down further closer towards my lower back. And I remembered back when I had a STD test at the Maricopa Health Center. I didn't know that they weren't supposed to swab you, and the woman actually swabbed me in my anal cavity, and I think, I don't know, anything could have happened. She could have probably put syphilis directly on my spine. As far
Probably
as
not, because the package, the swab that we use comes in a package, and it's like sterile.
She didn't take it out of a package or anything.
Yeah.
And also with the death threats, they told me they were gonna kill me a certain way, and and she described the woman by features and everything.
Okay.
Color of her hair. And, yeah.
So I don't mean to be rude, but what is it specifically that brings you in here today?
So I'm trying to get diagnosed because that pretty much I know I have syphilis.
Okay.
And how do you know you have syphilis?
Because I keep getting these holes on my.
Okay.
Yeah, and
it's on your penis.
Yeah.
And you haven't had syphilis before that. You know of.
Before that point, it never had it.
Okay.
Yeah, and because I take care of myself. So.
Okay.
Did you get any positive test results from the STD Test?
No.
Maricopa County?
No. Well, they said I had chlamydia, and then they gave me pills. That same woman gave me pills, and yeah, the rash never went away, and
we said the rash has been going on since August.
Since
so
that
like
point.
11 months. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you had new sexual exposures over the past year?
Yeah, but it was protected, and due to the circumstances of how I was threatened and the things they said they were going to do, my ex-girlfriend's mom, she said she was going to kill me like Al Capone. And since I watch a lot of movies, which Circumstantially, I still haven't seen that movie.
Do you have a safe place to return to? Do you feel safe at home?
No, actually I don't, but it was also because my ex-girlfriend's mom said she was going to have someone else threaten me, and it was like a whole chain reaction that she provoked, that she started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you live with your girlfriend and her mom?
No.
Where do you
Stopped. I haven't seen them since February, March of last year.
So what is it that makes you say you don't feel safe at home?
Well, the death threats
from
January, March, May, and then also the fact that they have they're pretty deep into a conspiracy against me, and I have like data, and I just need to prove that I have syphilis at this point.
Do you see a primary care doctor?
No.
What stops you from seeing a primary care doctor?
I only have access, and I haven't. Oh, and actually, I did have one, and it was at the Mountain Point on McClintock and.
Okay, what stops you from going up to your family doctor?
Oh, well, we never had a family doctor.
At Mountain, wherever?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have access, what stops you from seeing a primary care
because
doctor?
I told him, I showed him the rash, and he was like, oh, let's test for syphilis, you know? And then they supposedly tested for syphilis, and they said I didn't have it.
When was that?
I can't say for sure.
And he hasn't been here before.
Well, he was just saying that he had a negative test to his primary care doctor went for syphilis. When was that?
I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
Is it okay if we take a quick look down below?
Yeah.
Do you take any medicines at all? Did you get into that?
No, I was just taking penicillin and home remedies, and it started going away a little bit.
So penicillin's the treatment for syphilis?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's when I noticed the rash started leaving.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, it's syphilis. And
so nobody's diagnosed you with syphilis
nobody's,
officially?
Yeah.
Okay.
And pretty much it goes away, and then whenever I masturbate, it comes back.
Okay.
So that's like a huge sign.
Do you want to talk to one of our social workers about the death threats and stuff like that, so we can make sure that you're safe? If that's alright with you?
Yeah. They're, like I said, they're pretty deep into a conspiracy.
Yeah, no problem.
It's pretty far-fetched. I understand that, but.
Well, that's why we'll have social work talk. Sometimes if they need to, they can get the police involved and stuff like that. So I'm going to just have you lay down on the bed. Yeah, that would be easiest. And we can just take a peek. So where are these holes at?
So they see the scars.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a one that's still healing there.
Do you have herpes? Have you ever had herpes before?
Just the herpes.
Like a cold sore?
Yeah.
Okay. Do these holes hurt when they come on?
They itch, but yeah.
They burn?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they swell up like a little blister kind of looking thing?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just like a flesh wound hole. And the first
syphilis
hole that I had
doesn't hurt.
Yeah, no, at first it didn't, but ever since I've been taking penicillin, I started feeling more pain.
Penicillin?
No, I had pills.
Okay.
Pills. And I had the first hole I came out was under here.
Okay.
Let me check up here, boss. Sorry, I don't mean to make you uncomfortable.
And you're not allergic to penicillin, which is good. Okay.
Yeah.
So and we also do a shot of penicillin to be on the safe side.
Well, I want to get tested first.
Yeah. No, but we might as well treat you. The treatment for syphilis is a shot of penicillin. And then we'll definitely send off labs to check for syphilis, but they don't come back right away. Are you worried about anything else like gonorrhea, chlamydia?
No, I'm just worried of who can get the diagnosis tampered with, or
nobody can get it tampered with once we order the test.
Okay.
Because it'll come through the lab here.
Because the person that threatened me has family in the police force and family in the medical field. And, and they've been very
They have family that works here?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm not too worried about it.
They've even been they even have put people, I'm an Uber driver, and they even put people in my Uber.
Do you have thoughts to hurt anyone or to hurt yourself at all? Okay. Alright, yeah. So let's treat you to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
And we'll run that blood test, which won't come back today, and then we'll have social work talk with you.
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
So you understand what we're saying? So we'll give you an injection of penicillin. It's a one-time dose, and that covers you for syphilis. You see what I'm
And I don't have to get like a spinal.
No.
Okay.
No. To test for syphilis, we do something called a RPR. It's a type of blood test. To where here it's just a matter of drawing your blood. The lab, it's actually a send out, but the lab runs the test. But we won't get the results back on that test for a couple days. Okay. So if someone comes in and they've got symptoms that are possibly concerning for something, we try to cover for something like that. We try to treat with something like that. Gonorrhea, chlamydia, one-time dose of some antibiotics that we take orally. Syphilis is a one-time injection of some antibiotics, and then you are treated. And I tell people, listen, if there's a strong concern for it, let's treat you for syphilis, okay?
Yeah.
If the test ends up coming back negative, meaning there's no syphilis that shows up, no harm, no foul. You see what I'm saying?
Certainly.
But if the test ends up coming back positive, we've already got you treated, okay? And we'll usually funnel people towards primary care and say, listen, we ran the test, we treated you for it, but let's have you follow up with your primary care doctor. Your primary care doctor can call over and get the results to the test. You can come in and get the results from the test. But if somebody calls us and says, hey, what's the result of that syphilis test that we did? We won't give it out over the phone because we don't know who we're talking to.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, if a patient comes into medical records and says, hey, I had a test run, I need to get the results back there, you can get your results here. But it's one of those things where, hey, let's just cover for it, and then we'll find out what the results are. But that way you're covered. If we hold off on getting down with anybody while we're waiting for results.
Oh, yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they've actually, like, well, the whole thing was the death threat, like, also involved making me look mentally unstable and having women sleep with me and accusing me of raping them. So they, you know, and it's completely demonizing me.
Yeah, and in all honesty, it's pretty straightforward. You know what I'm saying? I have a concern for this. I'm a sexually active guy. None of that is bad. It just means there's potential for exposure. And so let's treat for that.
So they're actually the two women I've had sex with in the past year since this happened, actually 3. If they didn't say anything about it, clearly they were part of the conspiracy and they were treated.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are you allergic to any medications?
No.
Do you take medications at home?
No.
Okay. Any surgeries in the past?
No.
Do you drink alcohol at all?
No.
Any tobacco use?
Yes. Every day.
Okay, like a pack a day, half pack a day?
Now I'm like at a pack a day.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, I got a lozenge in my mouth right now. I'm not trying to holler at people.
Cool.
I understand.
That's cool.
Any drug use?
No, not in I used to smoke marijuana, and I thought, you know, it was helping because I thought it was anxiety, but then I noticed I didn't feel a difference like after a little bit, I stopped feeling the effect of marijuana.
Okay.
And so, like, I started worrying, you know, and then I stopped having, like I had trouble, I had, like, 3 phones. One for a camera, one for my Uber, and the other one was for when one of the other 2 died, I switched the battery out.
Okay.
Well, I would have problems where I would take the battery out and I wouldn't know which, like, I had problems solving problems, you know, like trying to put what battery it would go to, and problems like that. I had problems with my speech, and so on. So like, sorry, I forgot. Where we're going with this.
Let them draw your blood. We'll test for that. We'll treat, not knowing what the results will be, but that way we got you covered. And then we've got social work here that you can maybe talk with about some of the other things going on. Okay?
Okay. Perfect.
Nice to meet you, man.
Thank you.
You bet.